Now we are going to discuss about GST compensation scheme, not the composition scheme. As you all know, GST is a destination-based tax. That is, a manufacturer A sitting in the state 1, if he is selling the product to the person B in the state 2, then whatever tax B is paying, it will be collected by the tax officials and it will be given to the state 2, that is the destination state. By seeing this, the state source state or the state 1 will be in a disadvantaged state or demotivated state. It will be thinking that I am the state which is promoting the manufacturing process in my state, but if I can't claim the tax benefit because of this company, then it is the loss for me. To overcome this, Union government framed the scheme known as the GST compensation scheme to compensate the loss of this source state. I hope the idea of compensation is clear to you. For how long this compensation is given to the source state means for 5 years, this compensation will be given to the source state starting from 2017-18 to 2022. If the union government is giving the compensation to the state means from where it is generating the income. The union government is generating income by imposing a compensation cess. A cess means it is a kind of tax. Compensation tax has been imposed over certain demerit or the luxury goods. Suppose if you are buying a cigarette means apart from the MRP you should pay 10% or a specific percentage as a compensation cess. This cess will be collected by the government and this amount will be used to pay the compensation to the state. And how this compensation is given? This compensation is given based on the reference year 2015-16. That is, the government will be seeing on 2015 or 16 what is the indirect tax income of the state. Suppose if 100 is the indirect tax of the state during 2015-16 means after implementing the GST, how much shortfall has been happening because of the GST. Suppose in 2015-16, 100 is the indirect tax income. But during 2017, if the indirect tax income has been reduced to 70 rupees means this 30 rupees is the shortfall. And whatever may be the shortfall, that shortfall will be given to the state as the GST compensation. Apart from providing the shortfall, the union government will be giving 14% in addition to this shortfall. In every 5 years, it will be giving 14%, 14%, 14% for 5 years, apart from whatever is getting shortfall. By this way, the union government is going to give compensation to the state government, and 2015-16 is chosen as the reference or the base year. But now if you are looking, now we are in the 2023 and GST compensation officially ended by the 2022. Now there is no concept of GST compensation. Please have this idea in your mind. It doesn't mean that GST compensation cess is also over. Only compensation given to the states is over. Compensation cess, which has been imposed by the government, is still in the picture. Why it is still in the picture means, as you all know, during the pandemic, the government can't collect the GST compensation cess to the marked extent, because of which the union government gave the compensation from its own pocket. To overcome those losses, the government is still imposing the GST compensation cess, but it is not providing compensation to the state. At the end of 2022, these are the 5 states: Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Punjab and Tamil Nadu. These are the 5 states which gained the most of the amount because of this compensation paid by the union government. Now, still now, the states doesn't adopt the way for the transition to the GST. So we should wait and watch how the states responding to the GST compensation, end of this GST compensation.